Watch out, or I'll dust ya.
She is Dooney, so shake your booty. Coming up with this, she's gonna be glad. Gonna stop you and cause havoc. She is Dooney, she's fucking groovy. From the forest to your screen, gonna make you lost, she's looking clean. Such a beauty. Looking for action, looking for lust. Shrinks you down if you let the girl bust. She is Dooney. She's here to boogie. With a big old gang, she could do no wrong. You bet your wrist, this is her theme song.
the 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 stream is live. Hey everyone!
They didn't hear that. Oh my god!
Wait, they didn't?
They didn't hear that. Now they did.
Okay, you know what? Good.
Get small. Getting smalled. Get. And then later, if you're good, maybe you can get. Hang on.
Dream biggin.
There you go.
Oh my god. Chat, don't worry about what you missed. It was nothing important.
Yeah, we're just talking about dicks. And which one Renee would like to suck.
No, I was talking about Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy.
Do you guys know who Dick Tracy is?
I know who Dick Tracy is. Wait, what? Oh.
What happened?
So my auto mod, so Crystal said this is like, no, I'll allow it, cause you know what, I mean, what else this is supposed to be, but fucking just like, fucking like Automod like, stopped that message from going through, cause she misspelled nuggets with 1 G.
And somehow Automod thought it was something else.
Yeah, I thought it was a slur. So it's just like, no.
God damn it, Twitch. God damn it, Twitch.
I just thought that was hilarious because it's just like this for last night for giving me nuggets, and then it's just like ban.
God damn it, Twitch. I know you're cautious, but it's not that big of a deal.
Mm.
Besides, Twitch is biased.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I am making these noises today.
You know what? You're absolutely right, Reed. Twitch doesn't like Dino Nuggies, which I find absolutely discriminatory.
Yeah, Twitch. Man, I'm gonna go over to Blue Twitch so I can enjoy my nuggies and other things.
Everyone boycott Twitch because they don't like Dino Nuggies. Wait, Blue Twitch? Oh yeah, okay.
So last time, you see the screen just fine, Renee?
Yep.
Last time, Fumi died. Oh no. Anyway, Takata died. Oh no. Anyway. Let me check if Discord isn't fucking up, but okay, Discord's fine. Okay, awesome, okay. Alright, let's start with Hina.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something.
Donuts?
Well, yeah, that, but also something else. It's about the repository.
Huh? What is it?
After Fumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. No, I'm not the protagonist. I'm not the protagonist. Renee's the protagonist.
It was locked.
Yeah. Also, how are you doing that with your voice?
Food poisoning.
Ah,
Anyways,
gotcha. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now?
I wonder the same thing. Also, the fact that I'm a bit shrunken on your stream. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself in character.
Oh my gosh.
It's because chat did this to me, and I know who it is. Yeah, I know who you are.
the door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open.
Chipmunk.
There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Taka, he'll never move again.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Looks like
Wait.
someone is getting even smaller.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But
Crystal, I swear to Bob.
I swear to Bob.
Thank you, as if I needed that, Crystal. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room, and that's what was used to kill him.
I will say, like, going back to this chapter, thinking about it from last time, I forgot just, like, how long it took just to get to the investigation, because the thing with, like, there was a lot of setup to these murders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it took a while to start the investigation portion of this, so I just didn't realize just, like, how much it kind of dragged, like, at the beginning there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, Crystal, what do you mean it's not your fault? I can clearly see you did it. I think there's evidence. I have receipts.
I also have receipts, yeah.
And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body?
That's basically what happens, Reed. It's just like, Makoto is the ultimate shrink. Let's go with that.
That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while his body was moved. Blue tarp has been added. Let's go. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this from the art room before. I guess it's just to move statues around. Kind of awkward, but if you bend down,
Yeah?
you'll receive a good ending. Anyways, it's not too hard to use. Huh? Oh, wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room where we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it.
Dun dun dun.
That's a blood stain. Keep in mind, it's nothing else. It's not a piss stain. It's not a stain. It's a blood stain. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that?
Let's see, what's over here?
There are hammers all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? But the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model. Either way, all the hammers have been obviously seen as a lot of use. It's all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Who used this to themselves? Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer, what the Who was using this hammer? Why is it wet?
Tiny Dimmy, thank you for the lurk. There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. So would you like my help? Sure, just as a refresher.
Yeah, let's look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look for them. Holy shit, this is murder on my voice. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me.
According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and laid unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning just after 7 o'clock.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we just...
Oh.
Thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription track.
Yes,
It was
picture of him at Comic-Con.
Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had tracked Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Ooh, flashback.
Okay,
Hold on.
I thought... Oh?
Ba 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 ba. There we go. Alright, continue.
Okay, based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Also, who's Hifumi? Then right after that,
Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor. And then...
that's how it sounded. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Tina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, who the f*** is this guy? Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement playing. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what happened.
However, but at the time, we had discovered Taka's body up in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
So that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. And as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual.
Oh, whoops, sorry. Then we remember we had to abandon the unconscious Toko and rush back to the equipment room.
This time Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began to search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time,
Celeste told us she found the bodies, so we all head to the repository.
and then we could rediscover the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Alright. There's a nice little refresher. What's with Fumi's bitch ass?
Oh no! Who's this guy? His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? You tell me.
I sure do wonder.
The nurse's office where he was discovered to hear the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the So good, I just don't get it. I can't think about it later for now. I have to finish investigating Hifumi's ass. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's ass fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses was covered in blood. But now they're completely clean. Someone licked that shit up like it was Pepto-Bismol. But someone wiped his glasses? Who would do that and why? It's not pink sauce or anything. Yeah, how do you think Hero really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearance all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died.
Yeah, he said Hero's name.
So in other words,
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
Yeah, I mean, he is dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a truth hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no. I just need to get my dog Blue to figure this out. Let's look for Blue's clues.
There's just like a blue paw prints on the dead bodies.
Look, totally becomes Steve. All right,
We
kids,
just
we're gonna be
we
looking
just
for Blue's
found a
clues.
body. We just found a body. We just found a body. Wonder if it's dead.
Oh, look, it's a letter from the murderer. And their manifesto. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
Is that really there all is to it? Alright, let me find his dumb Jamaican ass. Another thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is to not get caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, a chance of his manifesto, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps. I see. So that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's
Don't
enough.
talk to me as if we're friends.
Huh? What's with the attitude, motherfucker?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
There's a series of words hung in the air as if he left the repository. He talked as if he figured out something. And somehow he felt very butthurt as if he had a repository stuck inside of him. But if he did, would have killed him to tell me what it was. Definitely a lock on the door. It can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. Hall. Door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Yeah, Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies.
Renee, your little tune made me think of that it'd be funny for hearing that they became alive for one sentence of yes, I am dead.
Yes, I am dead. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when he had checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door.
I do agree. Renee is a lovable dork, and he deserves some kissies. Hang on.
To quote Junie, grumble, grumble.
You're adorable, and you know it.
They were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now, because they unlocked it and unlocked. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. But that certain someone. There's gotta be a clue around here. But let's get to it. We can't too. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, we gotta find another prop and take the next clue and put it in our notebook. There's the office where Hifumi was found, the equipment room where Taka was found.
Let's go! Onward! To
Onward, let's find more
victory!
clues. Is that another prop that I see?
Ba-bow! Also, thanks for the hydrate bit.
Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Don't move the body and left the weapon behind. Was it you, Celeste? Oh wait, no, it was that Jamaican motherfucker. What are you investigating, Celeste?
I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you?
Oh, you know, just checking this and that. So I see you're currently doing your IRL streams. Is that it, Celeste? The main thing on my mind is someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
What?
Let's see.
How Fumo it was moved, huh?
When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. You know, it's not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom.
And when you got back, the body just suddenly up by itself.
Oh, that's... We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
I mean, it's the same thing. So the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in a short amount of time. Which I highly doubt, because look at the
It
size
would
of them.
seem so.
To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in a couple of minutes is, I can't think of it as anything less than impossible.
Alright. Let me take a look at this again just to check it. Oh wait, what's over here?
It's just trash. Wait a minute. What the f is inside of it?
Obviously they shrunk him, carry him elsewhere, then grow him back. Obviously, yeah.
It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. Oh, and it's also covered in blood. Huh. I would expect it to be covered in... Never mind.
Huh, I'm sorry, say again, Makoto?
Oh, anyways, look what I found.
Oh, did you find something?
Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in a trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth?
Yeah, it's all bloody. I might need a black light to see more.
Do you need thoughts on Phoenix Wright X Danganronpa? I'd be down for it.
Wherever this belongs to must have used to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Yeah, me neither, but I think it might be important to investigate it with using a black light just in case.
God fucking damn it, Renee.
Just gotta make sure it's blood and nothing else. A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. I could probably use a drink. There's just a bunch of blood packets in there for blood transfusion, I guess. That doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Unless I want to liquid blood.
Very important for later.
Yes. This matter really doesn't matter right now. I want to suck your blood.
Let's go to the 3rd floor.
What shall be going on?
Whee! Oh wait, wrong way. Whee!
Let's find more blue spoons and more manifestos. Hey JT, also yes, I'm tiny. I wonder why.
Renee very tiny. He is small boy. It's his natural oh my gosh.
How dare you? There's some kind of tire mark, going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. Someone's been playing Mario Kart. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository.
Mario Kart, but with blood.
There was blood on the tires. Did that blood come from here? Which could mean that Sokka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using a dolly. Oh, so no one was playing GTA, okay. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Sokka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor, but we don't talk about that. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up the 3rd floor. That's still a mystery. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Kaka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left there. This tarp.
We always roast Hifumi within reason.
Yep. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. My guess is that someone carried Hifumi's body in a body bag and made it look like someone was carrying a tuba.
A tuba?
Yeah.
Like that? See, it's funny, because Hifumi is anyway. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event.
Yeah, we found Taka. That's it. Didn't miss much.
So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You sluts.
What the f did you say?
Don't worry about it. I want to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Oh.
This is the No Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Yes, because I may be stupid, but at least I'm not smart. But also, well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
What is?
Things grow even more exciting.
What are you on about?
I've already repaid my debts. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, little slut.
So he's set to go to Hero's room. I'm most likely gonna get murdered, but I wonder what's there for me.
Go to Hero's room.
And there's a chance to get murdered.
Yay! We sure do love murder. Alright, thank you for the stretch break. I shall take that right now.
Murder. Murdering your friends is funny.
God damn it, Renee. I am Kermit the Frog and I love murder.
Kermit the Frog here, and I love murder. This doesn't help that I'm small. Whatever.
There. You'll be big again. You'll be a big boy again eventually. Let's see here. Eventually. Aha!
Where's the little Jamaican? The door is unlocked. Alright, I guess I can go inside. After said to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna have to take a plunge. I have no choice. Oh my god, it's so foggy. Has he been hotboxing? Oh no, I stepped on his blunt. This is Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where he even get all this from? And more importantly, he still hasn't turned up. How the hell did he get cannabis?
What the fuck is up with that camera? Do you see that?
Yeah. It's glitching.
It's glitching.
Guys,
It's trying to spaz out of existence.
Guys, GLaDOS is glitching. Help her. Someone help her. Which means we can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? I better watch behind my back if I'll get murdered. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something. Oh, he's making his own Wait a minute. Some things made out of, it looks like cardboard and plastic and plaster. Is this? Oh no, he's a transformer!
Transformers? More than meets the murder.
And it's in Hero's room. But wait. These blueprints. Something about them bothers me. It makes sense. He's Plankton from SpongeBob.
I think that's all we need from there. Makoto, big news, big news.
Oh, you have more donuts? What's wrong?
We found Kyoko.
What? Where? Is she okay? Where is she?
Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too.
Robo Justice?
It's Hero wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
Wait, what the is that all? I think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyways, I have to head to the pool. I ran up to the second floor as fast as I could. Kyoko and...
I mean,
Phew, man, I had the worst day.
This makes him funnier because he's in the suit. It's like he's a small, tiny guy piloting a mech. He's basically
Yeah, he's Plankton.
he's Basil and Loma.
He's like Plankton from SpongeBob.
That too.
What the f am I looking at? Hero, is that your Jamaican ass?
Is that your Jamaican ass?
Hero?
huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Wait, where else would I should be? That's a good question.
Huh?
Why do I look like this?
The mini Gundam, exactly.
What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was this the Illuminati? Man thinks he's Daft Punk.
Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy.
Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just f***ed off all of a sudden without a trace.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
There was something I had to check up on.
Well, how you mean?
Never mind.
I can't never mind. You can't f***ing do that to me.
Hey, little.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly,
Tell me!
she just frickin' just picks you up and put her in her pocket. And just has you shut the fuck up. Tell me.
She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
Are you spying for the mastermind?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Beep boop bop. I have no idea. One second, I was asleep. I don't even know how that happened. And I woke up and there I was here. Beep boo bop.
I don't care. Do something about the costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Beep boo bop. Ah.
let me out of here.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong.
I didn't make the stupid thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Hang on. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help them.
It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit.
Do you think he got... No, if he got spring locked, he would've been fucking dead. Stop.
It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the bases off. I'm free at last.
Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit, fits a hero?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hold on a second.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent, the blueprints were in your room as well.
is that
In other
okay?
words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
His hair would block the view. You know, you're not wrong, Tailslaw, you're not wrong.
Could it be?
Then it's obvious the one who put this, costume on and went around attacking everyone was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the
Good
words.
idea, we won't want him killing anyone else.
Tie me up, blood clot. Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little too far.
That's
He
right.
may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Bumbleclat.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
I said Bumbleclat. What? Who killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. This must be fake news. Fake news. They're running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who could wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costume attacker?
What the heck?
Me. I mean, I'm not the only one. Maybe you should try it on yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, but if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will.
Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
Beep boop.
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Also, thanks for the hydrate.
Bumbleclat.
I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope you feel better soon.
I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
You know how Hina took the suit back off again.
Well, now you're out of excuses.
No, see, it's because you're a girl and it was another guy then.
Makoto, go ahead.
Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just
It
a
don't fit
second.
me.
See, I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Kyo's body exactly.
But
So there's another costume that must have one that looks the same, but it fits them.
Honestly.
Use this on this line of defense and show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
The
Just
Who
the
cares? He was the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. That someone, like, tell me?
Looking more and more like it really was a setup.
Oh.
So I did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But what has Kyoko been hiding all this time?
No clue.
Then perhaps.
She really is looking for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? Yeah. Here, Makoto, finish your fucking sentence. You're quite protective of her, yes?
That's because she helped me out so much up until now.
Okay, Crazy Frog, calm down. Not with the mastermind, that's exactly what I would do to earn your trust. You dipshits. Alright, how's this? Have some Pocky. Might have some while we'll do the trial.
What the heck?
Look, you don't tell me what's going on. How am I supposed to understand? I figure that someone been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, two people were killed. Taka and Taka. That's about it.
I can't help but feel like you're leaving something out there, Makoto.
Nah. What? Two people? No, one. We don't talk about other information. That's about it.
Just Makoto gets out a gun. There was never a Hifumi. There was never a Hifumi. Hifumi doesn't exist. Hifumi can't hurt you.
Just the
Why are you
worst.
freaking out? You did it.
Please.
I did not. Wait, hold on. If those two, not 2-1, were the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it. I know who did it.
So
You
then.
may as well tell us then.
Talking of who were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Means Alter Ego and/or the hero must have done it.
Correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. You dumbass.
Computer.
Please.
Unfortunate.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
Um.
I'm telling you, you got that all wrong. It was Photoshop.
So then.
Oh, I know. That note. Note.
Um.
Last night, someone said someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here, what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape it. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else from now. Let's meet up in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then, for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So-
No, hold on. Could be onto something. This office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. The secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Isn't that true? You must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Oh, there's fish? Anyways, well, after being trapped after so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They prayed all night every desire to get out of here. They deceived me, man.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it. It's on
Just
sale.
a second.
Okay, then show us that note.
With pleasure. I have it right here on my, pocket.
No way.
Where's my receipt?
Yeah, sure.
I'm serious. That wouldn't hurt a fly. Unless I'm smoking it.
Why the fuck would you smoke a fly? As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I'm not particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the f***? Are you serious?
Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hero.
Didn't rat.
I'm going to pretend I know what you just said there. Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? But oh. Well then.
Oh, well, here we are. Also, and they said next song done at Chipmunk vocals. You want me to do Chipmunk vocals in the next song? I just saw that right now.
Oh, and here I am.
Yeah. You've been a chipmunk for a while.
Alright, there we go, Dooney. Let's focus on the game and talk about the first thing that pops up. Anyways,
Yeah? Yeah? Is that what I'm feeling on my butt, Renee? Is the first thing that pops up?
it's a do-it-yourself Jack in the Box. That's all I'm saying.
Aha! Aha! Sure. Tina's brains all in her. God damn it! I hate how you're not wrong. I hate that you're not wrong. I love Hina. I really do. She can be a little dumb sometimes. Just a little bit dumb. Just a little bit dumb. Not as dumb as Hero, but you know. Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why.
Whoa, what is all the false accusations? What is this? Hashtag me too? Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. You have time to yell and carry on. You have time to search for your evidence, right?
You're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Hey, don't fail me now.
Don't fail me now. Guess I'd better get back to guard duty. Gonna ask Toker or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye! Also,
One by one, everyone peeled away.
I feel a bit bad now. Oh no, what happened then?
Makoto.
Do you have a second?
Huh?
I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground.
I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
I called Heat. I wouldn't feel bad about that. I would not feel bad about that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Personally, I'm not bothered by it. I said a bit bad. Still, I'm just saying.
Why is that?
No.
Well, you then. Tell that to Kyoko.
Anyway...
I need your help. You don't mind, do you?
No.
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
Okay.
Shall
Thanks,
we go?
now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses.
Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree?
How the f am I supposed to answer that question?
anyway...
You have to hurry before the class trial begins again.
You're right.
Okay then, show me where the bodies are.
They're in the repository. I guess we should head that way from now. Plot twist. Hero didn't lose the note. He rolled it as a blunt to smoke it. He didn't lose it. He used it. That's why if you look closely on a hero's eyes, they're bloodshot red.
Fumi and Taka.
For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka. Oh, wait, that's your line. Stop, damn it. Stop being the protagonist, Dinny.
He crouched down next to Taka without hesitation, began poking and prodding the bodies, and poking them in certain areas where she shouldn't.
Well, actually, no, she probably should, considering, you know, investigation and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was saying in some places where she shouldn't, as in, you know.
Yeah. I know what you were picking. I know what you were dropping down, Renee.
I knew it.
That's the only thing that's going to be dropping down.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons.
Her movements were so smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she is actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something.
You did? What did
Hey.
you find?
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand?
You did?
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much?
Yes.
You know what? I can't blame you. Especially with this group. God. Just goddamn.
Kiriko's like, damn, I can't stand these motherfuckers. No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said you had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. Broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock.
So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Brr, 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 I'm Taka. Brr, 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 Super Saiyan. Brr, 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 brr.
In other words,
So if it worked out at 10 last night, it could have been broken at 6 p.m.
Meaning it just happened at 6 this morning.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something.
Alright, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out?
Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right?
Okay, I'll try and grab it. I hope he doesn't grab me. But I didn't want to like grasp Taka's cold.
I'm just like imagining, just like, you know, Makoto tries to like pry his hands open, and then just someone just Taka just grabs Makoto and just like pulls him into a hug, and then Makoto's stuck like that for the rest of his life.
It's like easy, and then all of a sudden, like his hand just grabs me by the wrist, and then we just start fighting.
Start beating the shit out of a dead corpse.
The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating, and it was at that point I passed away. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper. Oh look, it's a paper airplane.
Thank you, Makoto. I needed this. And then she just like turns it into an airplane and starts playing with it.
Yeah. he just and just watches it, not even minding like the case. He's too distracted to do anything else.
Was that all he had in his hand?
Yeah, that's it. It's a paper airplane. Look at this. It's cool, isn't it? Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? Oh wait, no.
Is that
Never mind.
right?
There's blue popping on it.
Who the fuck is that? Sorry, that's Blue. She just kind of just like popped in out of nowhere. Don't mind her.
And then Makoto looks at the camera. Guys, look, we found another clue. I wonder what's with this piece of paper.
Makoto, who the fuck are you talking about?
And Makoto's like, you don't get it. It's a kid's cartoon thing.
We're not in a kid's cartoon.
Makoto's confirmed schizophrenic.
I wonder about that.
Yoko then turned it to Ifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Kufumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own.
Oh no! Wait, who's this guy?
His name was...
Oh look at that Henny raid!
Annie, thank you for the rate of 5. How was your stream? I hope it was good.
Henny!
Hope you had a good stream, Henny. What were you playing? 4 kids Danganronpa. Oh my god.
Welcome, Henny. Also, Henny, I know that I saw your background and your overlay in your stream earlier. It honestly looks really cool. I love it so much. I love the cyberpunk style you're going with. Absolutely love it. So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this.
Oh, look at that! His failed attempt at origami.
That's right.
Kufumi had a hit it on him.
Hidden.
Indeed.
He'd stuff it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see?
In his pants. Wait. So you wait. Why is
Why
it
is
covered?
that?
Ew.
Yep. Yep, he's a disgusting bastard. It's just his pants, not like his socks or something.
Yeah, I wonder why. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Well, I do.
Hey,
Alright, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up.
I don't want to open it up.
You just get sprayed with jizz as soon as you open it up.
Makoto, if you're gonna spooch everywhere, at least use a f***ing figurine or a jar. I don't. You're making me touch this. Well, I think I know how it was stuffed down in his pants. It's like it better be important for. Yeah, I'm sure it was important for Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. Yeah, at this point, I'm not forgiving him. Period. Oh, it's a note. Yeah, he ran out of tissues and toilet paper. I found a note. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
so...
That sounds very familiar.
That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said.
And the anime Kyuga says unmentionables is where she found it. Oh, interesting.
Then he was telling us the truth.
However,
Well, no, it's not exactly the same, is it? Brr, 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 brr. I'm not guilty. Brr, 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 brr. Please don't kill me. Brr, 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 brr.
Brr, 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 I've been framed. This time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Fumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that
Hold on.
right?
Just because Hifumi has the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
What?
So...
Some of it has been torn up, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. Like, I don't know, like another piece of paper that was torn up. You know, the one that you proceeded to turn into a paper airplane and waste all of our goddamn time, Makoto.
And then the paper airplane just flies back to him. Oh, here it is. You were saying? There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more?
Think very carefully, Makoto. Like, use that very, very small brain of yours to think about it.
I would, but I really need to go to the bathroom and bleach the out of my hands. Cause look, they're all covered in Hifumi's, Yeah, give me a sec, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. He's gonna bleach the hell out of his hands.
And then he comes back and his hands are now skeletons. Skeleton hands. I had to do what was necessary.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly?
No clue.
Makoto, you're a dumbass. Think!
Also,
think, Makoto! Think!
I can't, my hands are burning from the bleach. It's like I dipped them in.
I want someone to do that, like Omni-Man and, Invincible, like pose. But instead, it's just Kyoko and Makoto. Think, Makoto, think!
It's like I dipped my hands in a vat of acid. I'm trying to think.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
The note Hifumi had.
hey,
While we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their ebooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to killings in the first place.
So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks at this time. Alright.
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone on my way to mention it. Dumbass.
Also, the way it said the note Hifumi had, it sounds like a title of a song, doesn't it?
It kinda does.
It sounds like a title to like a love ballad.
Oh my god.
It's like I've been trying to reach out to you, but this is the note Hifumi had.
I said they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role.
A handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand.
Makoto, I can read. I could just read you just from that dumb ass expression you're having on your mind. Think.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Kyoko. I'm a little bit mentally retired.
I'm just like, you know what? This is just like, I'm just gonna put in our chat, Renee. This is what I like imagine, like Makoto during this like entire time, just talking to fucking Kyoko.
A little toy monkey playing the cymbal.
Yes.
From Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining. Think, Makoto, think. and like in his brain, you see Tweedledee and Tweedledum making those noises from Alice in Wonderland.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school.
What?
See you soon!
That's not my voice.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. In considering how small your brain... you know what? You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Makoto.
Yeah, you're right, but not that part specifically.
Shall
Well,
we
we
go?
better get going.
All right. Makoto think, and it's just Tweedledee and Tweedledum from Alice in Wonderland doing those noises. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they had gathered by the red door.
The red door.
The red door.
Mm.
And as soon as we were all there,
So we're about hour like 40 minutes in. So would you be okay with doing the trial today, Renee? Just out of curiosity.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
But also in this case, I'm going to be right back as well.
Do you want to take the break right now, or?
Not isn't like a break, but I'm gonna be right back quickly.
Okay.
I'll be back.
How is chat doing? Hey Slurp, how are you doing? We're all doing well. Did you now, Bit? What did you tease Slurp with, if I may ask? Did you hear the latest? Latest about what? Did I miss? We just did some investigation, Kurobi. That's about it. Also, goddammit, little the mask thing and oh, I know what you're talking about, but yeah. Also, okay. I guess nope, not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, alright, I guess I'm growing too.
I'm back. What's going on? What did you do?
What
happened?
Hey, Hey, I see. Have a friend stop and say hi. I just woke up. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well as well. Happy to see you.
Hey, Slurp. Yes, I did shrink.
Yeah,
Somehow.
we got a small little Renee.
I'm back to being small again. Right, I'm back. I wanna go get some food.
You got some food?
Yep.
Awesome.
Monokuma appears!
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Okay. Well. What do I do? Hold on. Give me just a sec.
Take your time.
Hello. Wait, why is it? Okay, hold on. Hello. There we go.
Will do, Icy. Will do.
Is multiplied?
Wrong!
No, not multiplication. It just looks that way because it's an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough
No,
crowd.
I mean, they're not playing along. That's not Monokuma, that's Duokuma.
Stop talking.
I'm not here to play with you.
Okay.
Alright, well, you then. And if everyone's here ready to go, please board the pain train. I mean, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
We got another burrito. Burrito.
Let's go.
Okay, then shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared for it yet.
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
They're calling me Jesus now? I told you already, I didn't do it for serious.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note?
No, I smoked it, but
How unfortunate. Then it seems we have a culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there, then the story can really begin.
good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Fumiya get away with it. Mainly Taka, but who knows. For everyone who's still alive. And for those who have lost their lives. The one who killed Taka, the one who killed two of our friends.
I love how Fumi's now just the one who shall not be named.
Yeah, it's like Voldemort. The killer is someone right here. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to look toward the elevator, and everyone was aboard. Doors closed on their own. And a steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. And there was no going back. While I was in the elevator, I kept calm. Hey, don't touch my d***. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open. Opening up into a cruel fate.
When I see all you gathered together like this,
Hang on, let me look up what's going on in chat. Hold on. He's just cringe, but not that. I mean, I don't know. I never really liked Tafumi. He's just one of the worst Danganronpa characters for me, personally. I mean, I guess I agree within that, like, should probably dial it back before it gets too out of hand. I will agree with that.
I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, Renee.
Yeah?
Or, I'm sorry, Monokuma. Who do you think the killer is?
I feel like at this point, there's no choice but, you have to say it, it'll probably be... Probably be a hero because he didn't really provide enough evidence to support.
So you think it's Hero?
Most likely, but we'll never know.
You never know. I will point out that while all the evidence seems to be stacked against him, there's definitely something suspicious going on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There wasn't much he was really helping with his case, but hell, it could be anything.
Only because of you.
Why are you making us do such cool things to each other?
Why do you really hate me so much when I'm so...
Come on.
Stop moving around and begin the trial.
Don't rush me, of course I'm gonna start it. I would never feel like stay tuned for an action-packed class trial.
Commercial break! Commercial break, Markuma? Why did you say so sooner?
A commercial break!
I ran an ad.
Oh, Monokuma, thanks for reminding me for a commercial break. A commercial break?
Monokuma runs a subway ad.
Oh no! I like how my chat was getting Subway ads on my Twitch. Probably because of you know the joke. But now it passed it on to you.
Oh my gosh. You know why Subway and not like Jersey Mike's? Jersey Mike's is better than Subway. Like holy shit.
Why not Domino's? Because yeah.
Yeah, Renee? Yeah?
Because
I would take Taco Bell ads. I wouldn't mind a Taco Bell ad. That would be nice.
That's funny because I've actually seen a Taco Bell ad on your stream.
I believe it.
When I was looking. Yeah.
Yoo-hoo!
Never hold out on you like that. Okay, begin. Get your assigned state.
And so the curtains opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Any other words you want to list out, Makoto? We got time.
Alright, I'm going to take a quick little break. Just so I can stretch and, get more water for a bit. But, we'll be right back after these messages. And I don't mean the ad I just played either. One in the hallway. I just need to figure out how.
Becomes small.
What are you talking about? You were always that size. You were always that small.
Huh.
It's just, you know, you were spoiled by the fact that I was smaller than you, that you forgot just how big you were.
You know, that's fair. That does sound right.
Yeah, it sounds completely right. And I'd never lied to my friend.
Yeah, that checks out.
Shrink gaslighting! Like, let's see. I do think she has a really fun personality. I like her vibe. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry, I'm scared. Yeah, what do you want? What do you want?
Oh, I was just gonna say you should play 1,000 Year Door. I played it and it was really fun.
I see. I see. I see.
I'm really scared you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't know how to get your attention, so I just poked you.
So sneaking didn't work, so our only option is to kill. Have fun. Over here. I don't know why. I just like making random sounds today. So let's see. For our skills, let's see. Do we have this? 2. Okay, let's go ahead and click that. Do we have anything else? We do not. Huh? That's. I thought we would have, but I guess not. Alright. Let's take a look at what we have in terms of like truth bullets. Let's see. So both of the victims were hit on the head, as far as we know. Blue tarp with blood on it. Blood on wheels. Ifumi's glasses are clean for some fucking reason. A spotless hammer.
Lick them off.
Repository door. Equipment room bloodstain. Glasses cleaning cloth. Celeste's count. Yasuhiro's message. Robo Justice blueprints. Robo Justice costume. Yasuhiro's account. Broken wristwatch. Taka's scrap of paper. The note Hifumi had. Which is gonna end up being a song. And then finally, an e-handbook. Well, Renee, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get this show on the road as soon as I have myself some Pocky.
I just quickly finished all my food, so I'm prepared.
Good. Good boy.
I just had like 2 quesadillas.
Man, I can't believe you planned their burritos like that.
Yeah, it was mine at the sacrifice.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
This one, I'm not sure how well I'm gonna do well on, because it's been forever since I've seen this.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Tailstall, Your Honor, Hero will never be ballin'. My God.
Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
How are you calling a murderer?
Look who's talking!
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Damn.
Is there really a killer, or... You know what, how about this? Put him in a lie detector test. Before anything else, we have to make that clear.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
I was looking at the blueprints. The handwriting was awfully messy. If I remember right, Hero's handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
Ah!
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
No. He's not.
And he's not the only
Got it,
one.
it's Kyoko.
I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Wait, you expect me to know already? Oh wait.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
So if we remember correctly... Wait, Renee, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay, man, sure. I thought you said something. Okay, so if we remember correctly, who was in the suit when we first found Robo-Justice?
Who wore the suit? As in, like, who wore it when we found out, or like who wore it after to like fit it?
Who wore it when like we finally found the suit in person?
It was. I mean, I would say it would be Hero, right?
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What?
Yep. It was all a cover-up.
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Yep. We know it's this one.
I got it!
Still one more thing.
Still one more thing. things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been...
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Why the fuck are you mad at me? You were the one who told me to say what the items were.
Listen to me, you f***ing skeptic.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
Mm-hmm.
So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Mm-hmm.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
Mm-hmm.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Ah.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Not think, I know.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Well, fuck you too, Celeste.
Go back to your gambling.
Accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
I've never had anyone sound something while being so mean. Yeah, it's called a backhanded compliment, but maybe I can't change your mind. I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository.
Oh, is this what I think it is? Oh, wait, reloading. Oh. Interesting, okay. Ammo. Oh, okay, I see now. I see. Okay. You can't destroy any more statement no matter how locked on you are. By pressing the tab key. It's like locking on, you have to press the tab key in time with the temple marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the R&B and LB buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck, and have fun. Alright.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
I forgot this was a mechanic.
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oh god. Oh god.
So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Yeah, fuck you.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Hate me that much? Yeah, she's a skeptic now.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
A decoy.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Look at how the body was moved. It'd be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
Let's see here.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Well, you can't bend over with the suit.
No, it's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Beep boop.
Yep.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
You can't see your feet.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Especially just like not end up tripping.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's really no chance the costume was taken off to move the body because
You can't take it off by yourself. Because it's in a position that you cannot reach.
yeah, he
I
can't.
got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If if you remember...
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Exactly.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So...
Yeah, what he said.
It's really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Yes. To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said? So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hina, come the fuck on!
Meanwhile, Hina's conforming.
Hina, baby, I love you, but come on!
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on
your
one
brain is filled with
viewpoint,
donuts.
the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I mean, hey, you said it.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room, and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant.
See, that's a movie. I never really read the books. I just watched the movie with Jim Carrey in it. That's about it.
I know it was an hour, because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted
Gary's a
Hifumi.
legend.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor.
Hey, Zero.
And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor.
Take a
And
shot
I
of it
yelled
every,
out
each
to
time you
everyone
hear the
as
word
soon as I
Robo
did.
Jesus. Oh, where's my alcohol at?
and then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
That is an excellent point, Telstar. Celeste was kind of oddly everywhere during all of this.
Wait a minute.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Hey, Shadow Brixen, hope you're doing well.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
So much evidence.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a lot of fun.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Also, where'd that picture came from? Apparently, Celeste took it when, like, just as Robo Justice was taking off with Hifumi.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Also, thanks for the hydrate.
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden is what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came
Oh, what?
last.
I missed it.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Kind of were numbered, but really, they were really used in that order.
So,
I'm pretty sure you have to use a
regarding Taka's
flashback during this
death,
part, so...
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Okay.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
No, it's wrong.
I'm surprisingly doing pretty decently, all
Hold
things
on.
considered.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Yep.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yep.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Actress, right here. Evidence that proves that Taka was killed before Hifumi. That's something I realized the one time he must have died.
Yay! Hangman's Gambit! Our favorite minigame. Let's see. Remember. Come on, give me an eye. Give me an eye. There is. Me a C. An H. What is that spell?
Now I understand.
Blues.
Slaps Renee.
I've got it. Taka's wrist.
Okay, in 1, it's not that bad. In 2, it's just a dumpster fire.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Brr 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 Super Saiyan. Brr 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 Brotherhood. Brr 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 brr.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Mm-hmm. In 3, it's... Wait. In 3, it's... Wait, was it in 3? I do not remember it being in 3. Truth be told. It's just... I do not remember it being in B3. I only remember it being in 2, and then 3... If B3 did have Hangman's Gambit, I just don't remember it. Never said... Wait, what? I'm confused. In 3, it's... What do you mean it's worse in 3? I'm confused. Wait, hold on. Is it... Wait, what? I'm so... Oh! Wait, are you talking about Ultra Despair Girls? Was there a Hangman's Gambit in, well, I do not remember there being an Ultra, like, a Hangman's Gambit in, that game as well, though. It does. It really does. Like, I am actively trying to remember, like if something like that occurred. Yeah, Ultra Despair Girls, like, there's some things I like about it, there's some things I don't like about it. I feel like I do really like it, though, but there are problems with it, definitely. Anyway, let's continue.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that bit.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Yep.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Or are you?
Are you? Find that in the next episode.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
I mean, not a bad strategy, but...
If that's true, where's the tape?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just like, oh, it must have been this thing. Do you have proof? Oh.
Hero's the type of person to be like, it's this person. How would you know? My sources, I made it the f up.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway,
Exactly.
We all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And
Also,
it does
Crystal, you're not
stop
hungry.
there.
You're Hungary.
There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Excuse me.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Hang on, I'm gonna get more water real quickly. I'm not gonna mute or anything, I'm just gonna grab water real quickly.
Alright. So I'm doing good, Doing good. Just seeing the game itself, Danganronpa. That's the scientific term for Danganronpa. Danganronpa. And how's everyone in the chat doing? Father, feed me. I already fed you. on my last stream. What? Didn't I?
I'm back. I'm back. Why does Crystal need to be fed?
Somehow I promised her chicken nuggets. Yeah. Somehow.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said... his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Kyoko jumping ahead to B3 with Kaido. Renee's not gonna understand what I just said for a very, very long time. But when we do get to B3, I'll come back to this exact moment and just be like, foreshadowing.
And yeah, you see, chat, like for any people that are tuning in, this is proof that I'm not all too familiar with Danganronpa, so if any new person is watching this, no f***ing spoilers.
Yeah, no spoils.
And if someone dares to spoil it, I have no choice but to kick your ass.
What you mean to
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
Yeah, like I said, the dead body most likely f***ed off by itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
Yeah.
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Shaggy's impression is on point. Oh my gosh.
Like Scoobs, it was probably a ghost.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Oh yeah, didn't that motherfucker came a bit back to life when Hina was tearing up?
Yeah.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
sure the body discovery announcement was only made once. But Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered at almost exactly the same time.
Are you saying that when we first
Found Hifumi, there's a chance you...
No, Hifumi was dead, and you know that. How? Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong. Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
You know, something I do like about this, by the way, like, now that I'm replaying this again, and I'm only gonna say this now because I don't think it's gonna be brought up again in this trial. Kyoko completely deflected that question of just, like, having it just, like, be focused on her. Because she did disappear during the the investigation.
Yeah, it was acting oddly suspicious.
But like, she's just like, okay, instead of focusing on the who, focus on the how. And I, looking back at that, yeah, that's her deflecting.
Now we figured it out. It was Kyoko. I'm just kidding.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma?
Maybe Hifumi
Any
just
comment?
hit himself on the head and he passed out, not really dead.
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, it does. You know, shut the fuck up.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Yep.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Yep.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time I played when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. The second time was when...
Do you remember when the second one was played? If you don't, that's okay.
Yeah, I can't remember. A lot was going on.
That's fair. That's completely fine.
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies. It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
There is, actually.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Rescue proof that shows Fumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Mainly because of the part where Hina cried. Could that be it?
Well, here's one thing we...
So... Not quite. But it does have something to do with his glasses. Because do you remember when we were looking at his body and we noticed that, like, something was off with when we found him in the repository versus, like, the, nurse's office? Do you remember what was off about him?
I mean, the only thing I know is that his glasses were completely, like, wiped off.
Yeah, that was the thing that was off about it. His glasses were clean.
Okay, I was trying to find out if there was something else.
Yeah. And we also found a kind of like a cloth with blood on it in the trash can of the nurse's office.
Yeah.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
Oh, fuck, I got that wrong. Whoops! Oh.
Well, here's one thing we did. The first time we found Hifumi's, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in.
The first time I got something wrong, I had a bit of trigger fingers.
There was no notable.
Oh, damn! That was the one I was wanting to shoot, not that one. Damn it! Dang it, crit. Hey, Pixel, long time no see. I hope you're doing well.
There was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
Hope you're doing well.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Yep.
There it is.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
Yep.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, I spilled some pink sauce on him. Also, hi, Ivy.
Hey, Ivy.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
If Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Yep.
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Taka himself. No.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
It was him, he did it.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how
It
the
was
door to the
Mondo's door.
repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Yep.
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
Wait, did Hifumi do it?
So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yep.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yep.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Wait, there's more.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
Yeah, he wrote a little song.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Gonna murder Taka, gonna murder Taka. He is dead. He is dead. Taka's dead. Taka's dead.
No one's gonna find him.
No one's gonna find him, 'cause I'm dead. Wait, what?
What? In his pants?
Oh, of course she gets excited about that.
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
How big was it, Makoto? Take a look at what the note says.
Yeah, take a look. It was crumpled up and there was some... it was contaminated
That's the note I was telling
too.
you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
His pants.
Hifumi's pants!
Hifumi's pants are the culprit.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Yeah?
You just want his pants. You just want his pants, don't you?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
What?
Just to be clear,
Guys, she predicted TikTok.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
I'm gonna say Jack this. They're too scary, but still. I can't let her get to me.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said.
What time did it say to me?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh, fuck. Well, shit. Okay. This is where I'm a little bit more rusty.
But remember, what time did it say? 6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Was I messing that up? Wait, hold on.
Huffy had the note, right?
Okay, yeah, it has to be a flashback.
It was intended for must have been Huffy!
Oh wait, I am stupid. I am stupid.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There we go. My bad. I thought it was another flashback. Save it. Doi.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
You silly girl.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka...
I'm not giving a piece of my mind. This is the last thing I do.
Stuff down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the paper airplane fits.
And Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
No.
Sorry, no.
No. Shut the fuck up, Hero. He's dead. I made sure he was dead. Don't.
Yeah, we shot him multiple times.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Yep.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Hero, why did you get smart all of a sudden?
Yeah, what happened? He could have been that way earlier.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
It's one of those Justice Hammers. One of them.
Yeah.
Please become clear until we figure that out. Somehow I found the truth.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Let's...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Nope. Okay, I'm wrong about that. Whoop! I'm being silly. Read through this.
How is the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Yeah, that's the correct one.
No,
what's
wrong? The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
I wouldn't say completely different. It was still a hammer.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Yep.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We talked about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
Even very slicing. Oh my gosh.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
There's no chance two people work together on this.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply...
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
It's a squeak. It's the mini mallet from Legend.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
Yep.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Yep.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
They were made to convince us the two murderers were the same. That was the main characteristic this time.
The website Genocide Jack talked about used to exist, and now they're to ban merch set. Awesome.
You must have noticed the fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Joker really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end murdered him. And it debates up until now the way the case has unfolded when you consider all of that. There's only one person who seems to fit.
So, Renee, who do you think is behind all this? I'm gonna pause this real quick.
This is very tough.
I'll say it like this, like, we, you know, all of us, like, for the most part, were around each other for a good portion of this case, like, however, we were also being led around a lot.
So what I did notice is the fact that Makoto did point out that Kyoko was knew sort of it all too well, which I can understand this raises some suspicion, especially when they pointed out that, like, she wasn't really involved all that much. She was like a bit absent.
Are you thinking it's Kyoko then?
I feel like it could have been that case, but then again, I feel like I would also be wrong because...
Well, let's also just, like, think about just, like, when we were within that group, who seemed very kind of suspicious, like, who, like, I guess, like, I'm trying to, like, say this in a way that just, like, who just, like, kept, like, having us go everywhere constantly to, like, all these different floors.
Kyoko?
Not Kyoko. Yeah, just like how En put it. Who was the one leading the group all over the school?
I don't want to say.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna be wrong here, but is it Celeste?
Here's my answer.
There we go.
Celeste.
Wait,
So
was it
I'm the
Celeste?
suspicious individual now, am I?
So she was like having us go up, like constantly go up and down because she claimed she saw Robo Justice. And like claimed that like oh, when we got back to the nurse's office, Hifumi disappeared.
Oh man.
Crystal. Even in the trial, like she kept trying to pin it on Hiro. She kept just saying like, oh well, you know, you don't have proof for this, you don't have proof for that.
Yeah, I feel like that was a bit. A little bit of a dead giveaway.
I can't blame you for like not noticing Renee, because yeah. I think you were fixated on the Robo Justice part of the case, and then that kind of quickly fell apart. Obviously I knew who it was because I played this game before.
Yeah, I mean, it is second nature to you.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit-brain-fat, lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Whoa!
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be
She
clear,
broke character.
there is evidence to support it.
Yeah, she did break her character there.
Is that so?
She's no longer a Twitch streamer, she's a Kick streamer.
Oh, damn.
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
They weren't the only... Hifumi and Celeste were also the only two that, like, claimed they saw this Robo Justice. That's the other suspicious thing about it.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
What the fuck?
The adults are talking. We're almost in the same age group.
Sorry.
Adults, my ass.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Yep.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Byakuya, admit it. You have a boner for Celeste. Admit it. That's why you're being
And
defensive
not too long
at the
after
moment.
That, do you remember what Celeste said?
He's not really being defensive. He's just wanting to have the moment in the spotlight to call her out, I would say. Yep. It was always her that was specifically calling that out.
Specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor,
she let out a blood-curdling scream.
Gee, it almost sounded like they wanted to get away with murder.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Yep.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Didn't know Coma had a specific time frame before the— Yeah!
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead. Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Yep.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
Like
you made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Oh.
I remember her saying that
some
too,
context clues.
but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste. and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Oh. Yep.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
Hero.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Like I said, that Celeste comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to?
Well, obviously.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it?
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Trying to remember which one to counterpoint though, because it's obvious this one is the one we need.
It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Wait, hold on. Let's look at let's look through this again.
They must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Also, hi JB. We're doing well.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Yep.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
Yeah, how did you know?
It's almost like you were in on this the whole time, Celeste.
Imagine Celeste quickly just runs out of the room like Bubble Bath from SpongeBob, and
And
it's
how
alright.
did you know they were both guys?
Yeah.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
Oh, easy. It was staged. You bitch.
cut with the acting,
It has to
Celeste.
be
I've
some
seen
kind of
better
setup,
acting
right?
in hentai. Don't.
So let's put the suit on.
That acting is not it.
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, okay, you can't blame Hero for that, because obviously this is like a setup. Like at this point, like it's clear that Celeste and Fumi were working together, so that photo could have been easily staged.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
Yeah, because you took the picture, you bitch.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Mm-hmm.
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Yep.
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Uh-huh. Hey, Adelie, hope you're doing well.
I believe in the ultimate stoner. Yeah. The reason why Hifumi doesn't know is because... Wait, no, not Hifumi. Hiro doesn't know is because he was busy smoking. That's why he has no idea.
Also, thank you for giving Adelie a shout out, and much appreciated.
Only other possibility is...
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me that there is definitely not a higher power involved in clairvoyancy.
Mm-hmm. When Heck and Sora bumped again. Hi, yeah, I hope you continue to take it easy. I mean, I kind of feel that not so much sore, but I've been pretty just like tired today, so I've just been resting. But yeah, I hope you continue to take it easy and you have a good night, Arlie. Yo, give Arlie lots and lots of love, everyone.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
Mm-hmm.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Uh-huh.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Damn!
Oh yeah, she's a kick screamer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So let's think she can prove that there is no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible?
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way! You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
What? I'm trying to remember how to go about this. Is Ludenberg? Dinkelberg. I don't know why that made me think of Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
No, that's wrong.
Alright. I just wanted to absolutely be sure.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Yep.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh, stinky.
Damn.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Sonic stuff is on self. Oh, nice.
Checkmate.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Yeah, she is pretty crazy.
Clearly,
You lost it.
you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
She got so crazy she even lost her accent.
Yep. It's like the accent was a lie as well.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
She was a Matrix AI.
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Really?
Your confusing
Just have a
statements
different
don't
identity.
make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Yeah. Hero, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We got this. We'll be fine.
He did
Yeah,
say
but also,
Yasuhiro.
I don't think
But
Celeste
are
was
we
there
sure he was really
when
pointing the finger at Hiro?
when Hifumi pointed it out before he died, did he?
Wait, what was that, Renee?
I pointed out that like Celeste wasn't really there when Hifumi.
I think she was.
said
I think
it
she was there actually. Or maybe not.
Oh, she was?
I think I remember her being there. So
it's like I'm pointing out if she was there at the very moment when Hifumi pointed out before he died.
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Jesus Christ.
Kyoko.
Yeah, she lost it. Like, take her away.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
If I remember correctly, he said people's last names, right?
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Indecent?
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Indecent? Shut up.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Unless...
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Yep.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Yes.
Ultimate gambler, everyone.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celestia Dingleberg. Got it. Chat, you see how she reacted? If you ever catch someone react like that outside, they're a kick streamer.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long
She's
do you
so
plan to
angry.
go on pretending?
I'm not pretending.
I'm down
It's the
Celestia
truth.
Dingleberg.
And since you have no way to contradict me,
About that.
No, it's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime
Someone's
you turn
gonna
your
go into
handbook
the
on
honey
it,
pot.
it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
Convenient little pink words marking X in front of the sentence. Oops.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's
With the
real
power
name.
of the protagonist! Woo!
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just
Celeste,
tell us
don't
what
fuck with
really
me.
happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Comic book time!
And look what we have here.
Oh my god,
We
look
have-
at fucking Hifumi in this panel!
He's really saying, I'm about to. Alright, so we have Hifumi, we have the lights, we have a bag of chips, we have a poster that almost looks like Junie, we have a ball. It looks like the Hifumi is
We'll
looking
get
at
back to
cold.
that one in a moment.
And it's about to sneeze. Hifumi looks like Freddy Fazbear in that one. Hifumi said,
Oh,
Wait
it's
a
storming
minute.
over here.
Oh, really?
Hang on. Let me save just in case the power gets cut out for. Oh, I can't. Well, better hope the power doesn't get cut out, because I'm gonna be pissed if that happens.
Also, that little part of the comic, yes, it is confirmed that Celeste is drugged here with chloroform.
I'm gonna save that one.
I swear to God, Tails off.
Sonic! Okay!
Let's see, try to troll me with that, huh?
It was Justice Hammer 4, wasn't it? Pretty sure.
God damn it. Chat. I swear to God.
Renee? Okay!
For sake, not you too, Renee.
Pretending to be good. What's this one? Then use something to move. Yep. Now let's go back to the very beginning.
Bit.
Renee! Okay.
killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Okay, that was confusing. The way they worded that was confusing. Okay, hold on. There we go.
And that person was Zuni on the poster.
I was the accomplice the whole time.
That person was...
Yeah, she did it.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Dead.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious,
I don't know if you guys
into the
can hear
pool room
that.
locker.
Freaking thunderstorm.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
I hear it outside, damn. Be safe, everyone, or at least everyone that's on the East Coast.
The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crime. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack store. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Dead.
He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3.
Look at that, he's doing it. He's doing a Sailor Moon transformation.
But with blood
into a crime scene.
Yeah.
In which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back. And when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and use the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
Mm-hmm.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
Dead.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
Lost?
Hang on. Can I save it now? Okay, good. I'm going to save it real quick because it's storming and I don't want to risk losing progress, so... The house always wins, bitch! Thank you, Arlie.
I